How do we prepare for Ramadan? And this question, akhi, requires a lecture. First of all, due to the reason that we have only 9 days. So if you have a marathon, you cannot get prepared to it in 9 days. If you have a competition, you would like to grow your muscles and become a bodybuilder, you need more than that. Ramadan, for people, is different. Some of us are blessed by Allah to have lived Ramadan throughout the whole year. So they're used to fasting Mondays and Thursdays, every month, every week. And they're used to fasting the 3 days, the white days, every month. They're used to fasting Arafat, Ashura, everything. They are used to reciting 1 juz' minimum every night in tahajjud prayer. And they are used to giving charity for those who are needy, other than the zakat money. So, and they're used to engaging in dhikr after the salat. They're used to getting the hour plus after Fajr prayer in the masjid, remembering Allah until the sun rises, then praying 2 rak'ah to get the reward of Umrah and Hajj. Perfect, 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 every single day. So when Ramadan comes, nothing much changes for them. Business is as usual. And they are astonished when they see people being fatigued and tired and hungry and thirsty and cannot move. To them, it's business as usual, but they put it up a notch in the sense that, yeah, 1 juz' is not sufficient. So now we read 5 juz' a day or 7 juz' a day. Now we prolong our night prayer from like 50 minutes or 40 minutes into an hour or 2 hours. Now we are more careful in what we say and speak because we don't want any sins. There is no social media, there is no YouTube or TV channels at all blocked. We would like to focus on getting as much reward as we can. There is a lot on their mind how to gain rewards. Okay, connecting to my next of kin, my uncles, my aunts, my cousins, I haven't seen them, let me get in touch with them. Charity work, sadaqah, feeding the poor at the masjid, attending the first takbir in the masjid. There are a lot of things and the sky is the limit. However, the vast majority of the Muslims won't succeed, unfortunately, except those whom Allah has blessed. Why, Sheikh? Why so being so pessimistic? Because the vast majority of the Muslims, the first couple of days of Ramadan, they're all geared up, they're charged up, and they fast and they do the Taraweeh and they do the Qur'an. On the 3rd or 4th night, they find that they're out of gas, out of wind, totally. Oh, it's so difficult, I can't go on, I don't know what to do, I'm so bored, I need to steam off a little bit, I need to do something, refresh, can I watch this, can I play with this, can I go here and there? And they soon get distracted and everything goes back to normal except that they are not eating or drinking. But everything else, the haram, watching and listening and acting upon, is business as usual. So to prepare for Ramadan, it's not only this month, it's a full life system that you have to adjust and synchronize with the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, to live like he lived, to go around like he did, and also to be like the companions, may Allah be pleased with them. And as I said, this requires a full lecture. If we have both water and dates in front of us at the time of iftar, which is the breaking of the fast, what should we take first, dates or water? Sunnah was that the Prophet ﷺ used to take dates if available. But here, everyone takes water, then dates. First of all, there is a sunnah to be followed. And if one does not follow it, he's not sinful. So the sunnah was that the Prophet would break his fast on ripe dates, what we call rutab. So rutab is not dates, it is ripe, it is either yellow or red with some ripeness in it. It's a fruit still. If not available, he would break his fast on dates, which is a brown or black dried one. And if not available, he would sip few sips of water. Now, if someone does not want to follow this sequence, and immediately he goes and eats from his soup or his sambusak or a pizza or whatever, this is okay. Has he committed any sin? No, not at all. But he has missed a great reward. So there's no problem in sipping water. This is against the Sunnah. But if one wants to do it, so be it. It's not something that we have to pinpoint every single thing and no, you do this, you do that. You show them the Sunnah by eating from it, telling them once they are in a good mood. But if they don't want to comply, this is their problem. Is there any dua to recite in suhoor before keeping the fast? The answer is no. There is nothing prescribed in the Sunnah for us to say before eating suhoor or intending to fast the following day. You just simply eat your pre-dawn meal. Please tell me the hadith which the Prophet ﷺ guided to do sihr or pre-dawn meal, suhoor, late and iftar fast. As in our locality, it is announced from the masjid to stop the pre-dawn meal 5 minutes before the adhan. I told them it is a bid'ah. Then that person said, ulama have told to stop pre-dawn meal 5 minutes before the adhan time. First of all, we apply the Sunnah in our lives. If there are some scholars who go against the Sunnah, we give them the benefit of the doubt. Either they have their own reasons or not, but this is not compelling to me to do what they say. The Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, the people will remain to be in good shape as long as they delay the suhoor, the pre-dawn meal, and hasten to break their fast. And this is part of the Sunnah. So giving a 5 minutes buffer zone before the adhan and tell people not to eat and drink, this is not from the Sunnah. Either the adhan is given on time or it is not given on time. If it is given on time, then you may eat and drink until the last second before the adhan calls for the prayer. As says, how to know when exactly it's time for breaking fast because we live in Western country. We use Islamic Finder application. Is it accurate to follow? First of all, sunset, you have no problem with that. Muslims and non-Muslims usually give the time of sunset correctly because the sun sets. End of story. The difference is in the break of dawn. The calculations, whether it is 18 degrees or the other one. So the best thing for you to do when it comes to sunset and it comes to Fajr is to follow al-Qura calendar. So even in Islamic Finder, if you go to the settings and you choose whether it's North America or this or that, for Fajr and sunset, for Maghrib, choose al-Qura and you can implement that and work on that without any problem. Al-Qura's problem is with Isha. This is inaccurate worldwide because they always fix it as at 1 hour and 30 minutes from sunset. And this is totally wrong, totally bogus. And not only that, in Ramadan, they, all of us overnight, they increase it to 2 hours. And this is wrong because those who trust it would think that, oh, I have 2 hours to pray Maghrib. And this is wrong. Sometimes Maghrib, between Maghrib and Isha can be an hour, few minutes more, few minutes less. So you are making people deceived when you say that it's always an hour and a half or it's always 2 hours fixed, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. Dr. Shazia says, what is the Sunnah way of eating dates? Should they be eaten in odd numbers? Well, this is an issue of dispute. The hadith in the Sunnah referred to eating the dates in odd numbers only when leaving the home to Eid Salat of Fitr. So at the end of Ramadan, because we've been fasting the whole month, just before leaving the house to the Musalla to pray Eid, the Sunnah is to eat dates in odd numbers, 3, 5, etc. Other than that, there is no specific hadith that the Prophet used to break his fast on odd numbers, or to eat before suhoor or at suhoor meal in odd numbers, or any other thing. That's why a lot of the scholars, among them Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen, says that sipping the tea in 3 or 5 or 7 is not from the Sunnah. Other scholars say or beg to differ, like Sheikh Abdul Karim al-Khudair, Sheikh Salah al-Fawzan and others. They say the general tendency in Islam that odd numbers are always preferred in everything. Allah says, the Prophet says Asim in the hadith, Allahu witrun yuhibbul witr. Allah is one and He loves odd numbers. So it is recommended, if you're breaking your fast, to make that witr. Why should I insist on making it even? No, making it witr would be closer to reality and truth, and it goes in line with the many instructions of making lots of things, such as tawaf, such as cleaning yourself when you answer the call of nature, such as a lot of things, to make that in odd numbers.
With which food did the Prophet ﷺ break his fast?
The Prophet ﷺ, as mentioned in the authentic hadiths, used to break his fast on 3 pieces of rutab, which is ripe date, the yellow type or the red type. This is called rutab. And if not, then he would take dates in odd numbers, of course, 3, 5, 7, whatever. And if not, then he would sip few sips of water. This is what the Prophet used to break his fast upon, alayhi salatu wasalam.